So welcome back to day 4 of supercharging the law of attraction. And here on day 4 we're going to use a bit of a longer affirmation. So I'm going to say it for you. You can keep your eyes open or closed, whatever suits better, to tune into what I'm saying. So here we go. I am passionately and joyfully pursuing the unique calling in my life, every day moving closer and closer to achieving my goals. So let me say that again. I am passionately and joyfully pursuing the unique calling in my life, every day moving closer and closer to achieving my goals. So how does that feel when you hear that? Notice how that feels in your body. And if you don't sense anything, that's okay. I'm going to ask you to measure on a scale of 0 to 10 how true that affirmation feels for you. What number would you put on that? 10 being totally true for you. What number pops to mind of how true that affirmation is for you? With that number in mind, let's begin our tapping sequence again. So here we go. Even though you have that number about that affirmation, you deeply and completely accept yourself. Even though you have that number about that affirmation, you deeply and completely accept yourself. Even though you have that number about that affirmation, you deeply and completely accept yourself. That number about that affirmation, that number connected to doubts about that affirmation being true for you. That number connected to tail enders, negative doubts about that affirmation. Energy. Everything is energy. Moving that energy. And as we say the affirmation, we're bringing your awareness to it. And as we tap, we're balancing that energy and clearing the negative doubts. The ABC of tapping. Awareness, balancing, and clearing. So let me say that affirmation again. I am passionately and joyfully pursuing the unique calling in my life, every day moving closer and closer to achieving my goals. So when you hear that affirmation again, 0 to 10, what number pops to mind of how true that feels for you? So you could be at 10, but possibly not. Whatever number you've got, let's do this tapping again. Even if you are at 10. So let's tap along. Even though you still have that remaining number of doubt, you deeply and completely love and accept yourself. Even though you have that remaining number of doubt, you deeply and completely love and accept yourself. Even though you have that remaining number of doubt, you deeply and completely love and accept yourself. That remaining number of doubt, 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 that remaining number of doubt. Take a deep breath in and release all that now. So close your eyes and listen to me. I am passionately and joyfully pursuing the unique calling in my life, every day moving closer and closer to achieving my goals. And how does that feel when you hear that? Does that feel true for you? Open your eyes if you haven't opened them already. Measure on a scale of 0 to 10. And if you're at a low number, and even not, if you're not at a low number, I still want you to do this. What I want you to do is see here between your ring finger and little finger, and you're going to tap in the groove in there, okay? And at the same time, what I want you to do is I want you to look down at the floor without moving your head and slowly roll your eyes up towards the ceiling without moving your head while thinking about what's remaining there. So let's do that again, just in case you didn't get it. You're going to be tapping here. You're going to look down at the floor without moving your head, and you're going to roll your eyes all the way up to the ceiling slowly as you're tapping along, releasing any remaining energy around that. So, slowly rolling your eyes up towards the ceiling as you tap there. Very good. So, we will move on to day 5. I will see you on day 5 for your 5th affirmation for supercharging the law of attraction.